Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Sheva Lavida Loka. I am a student at IAIN Surakarta from English Education Department, grade 2D. First of all, let us praise and thank you the presence of Allah for the abundance of grace and the joy of all of us can still gather in this place without any barriers at all, and the salawat and greetings we pour out to the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us out of the dark age to the era of bright light today, namely Islam. May we all get intersection on the end. Amin. Okay, next. On this occasion, allow me to deliver a speech with the theme of learning English without forgetting Indonesian language. Is an international language that is used by many countries. In some countries, English is the second language for the people, because the role of English as an international communication language is very important for various sectors. Indonesia is one country that now makes English as a second language, although not all Indonesian people do it, saying the background of Indonesia as a historic country and has cultural diversity, making Indonesia one of the destinations of foreign tourists. So at the present, the language in Indonesia is very diverse. There is Alay language and also foreign language mixed to Indonesian. For some teens, I will be seen as a cool kid, and out of that, in fact, what they do is not right and can harm the nation. Example, a foreign language combined with Indonesian. Where else? Aku sudah OTW. Apakah kamu sakit? GWS ya. OTW or on the way in Indonesian means on the road. GWS or get Wilson. Okay, program language is already widely used. For example, for an example of Alay language, the first Cius, then Apose, and then Dimandose, and another in Indonesian language which is good and right. Does that mean yes? For what sake? Seriously? Okay, learning English does not mean learning the Indonesian language of unity, which is good and correct Indonesian. This is something wrong that is happening and is entered exit among young people, especially students who are famous for their intellection, sometimes very apathetic towards the problem of the nation. One of them considers that English will damage Indonesian as the language of unity. In through English, we can introduce cultural diversity, language of this nation to those who naturally want to know about the nation, urgently needed English international and international arena. Is how used properly by one of the Department of English Language Education at example in FKIP Islamic University of Malang or UNISMA. ESA, English Student Association, is an English language organization in UNISMA which applies English as their daily language in communication on campus, with the aim that UNISMA will not be left behind from globalization era. It also aims to improve English skills for students who are said to be agents of change, not to change this nation into an English-speaking country, but how to make this nation also as an international language. Here, young people or students are demanded to be the pioneers learning English of the progress of the nation, even though learning English, but also introducing to foreign tourists of students who come to Indonesia. Through this step, we can also introduce Indonesian culture and language to the international world. Therefore, besides aiming to strengthen Indonesian, it also purpose to face the AEC, ASEAN Economic Community. Okay, I will to share you about tips learning English. First, often reading. 2. Listen audio as music or watching English. 3. Using English subtitle. And 4. Diligently translate. Next, I will to share you about tips on using good and correct Indonesian language. The first, use standard pronunciation atau menggunakan lafal baku dalam ragam lisan. And then use effective words, menggunakan kalimat yang efektif apabila kita berbicara. Then the last, use official spelling atau menggunakan ejaan kalimat yang benar. Okay, don't forget to preserve Indonesian language. Okay, next, my hope as a student in English education is to keep Indonesia as a language of unity by introducing our language and cultural diversity on the international scale, by learning English as the language of international communication. Okay, that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I can say. Sorry if there is pronunciation error. Hopefully what I can say make knowledge for you and useful for all of us. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.